Your discipline is a lie. You tell yourself you're lazy or weak or undisciplined, but that's not what's happening at all. Now let's talk about the real uncomfortable truth that almost nobody wants to hear. Discipline, the way most people think about it, doesn't actually exist. Not in the way you imagine it does. Not really. Not the way you've been told. You think discipline is about forcing yourself, about white-knuckling through resistance, about being tough enough, strong enough, disciplined enough to just do it anyway, no matter what. And sure, there are moments where you push through. There are days when you force yourself. There are weeks of momentum. But if that's your strategy every single day, if that's your foundation, you will burn out. Guaranteed. It's not a question of if, it's when. Here's what most people completely miss. Discipline isn't about force at all. It never was. It's about reduction of friction. Think about it this way. The people you admire, the ones you think have incredible discipline, the athletes, the creators, the entrepreneurs, the leaders, they're not constantly fighting themselves. Not all. They've designed their environment. They've engineered their routines. They've shaped their identity so that the thing you're struggling with, for them, it's just Tuesday. It's automatic. They're not more disciplined than you are. Not fundamentally. They've made smarter choices about what to make automatic. They've reduced the number of decisions they have to make every day. They've eliminated the obstacles between intention and action. That's not discipline. That's intelligent design. That's systems thinking. That's what actually works. So if motivation is temporary and discipline is a myth, what really works? What's the actual mechanism that changes lives? Identity. This is the one thing almost everyone gets wrong. Listen closely. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your identity. Always. Let me prove it to you. If you see yourself as someone who's trying to work out, you'll find excuses. You'll negotiate with yourself. If you see yourself as an athlete, excuses become irrelevant. If you think you're trying to build a business, you'll quit when it gets hard, when the pressure hits, when things get uncomfortable. If you know you're an entrepreneur, setbacks are just data. They're feedback. They're the cost of building something real. The shift isn't motivational. It's existential. It's not I want to be healthy. It's I am a healthy person. And a healthy person doesn't negotiate with themselves about whether to work out. They just do. Not because they're disciplined, because it's who they are. It's what they do. This is why small actions repeated become so powerful. Not because they build discipline, because they reinforce identity. Every single time you do the thing, you're casting a vote for the type of person you're becoming. And your brain is keeping score. It's updating your identity based on your repeated behavior. It's asking, who am I becoming based on what I do? Here's what changes right now. Today, you stop waiting for motivation to strike. You stop trying to force discipline through sheer willpower and suffering. You start asking a completely different question. Who do I need to become for this to be easy? Not effortless. Easy is not the same as effortless. Easy means aligned. It means congruent. It means your identity and your actions are pointing in the same direction, and the friction between them has been minimized to almost nothing. You want to know the most powerful thing you can do today? Pick one identity, not a goal. An identity. Finish this sentence. I am someone who... Now decide who you are, not who you want to be. Who you are, right now, today. Are you someone who reads? Are you someone who creates? Are you someone who leads? Are you someone who shows up? Are you someone who keeps their word? Are you someone who doesn't quit? Choose one, just one. Then do one small thing that proves it to yourself. Not to anyone else. Not for Instagram. Not for your friends or your family. To yourself. You're the only person who needs to know. Your brain knows. Your identity knows. That's what matters. Because motivation will come and go. Discipline will feel hard on certain days. It will feel impossible. It will test you. But identity? Identity is who you are at your core. And once you change who you are, everything else becomes inevitable. The actions follow. The habits follow. The results follow. Everything becomes easier because you're no longer fighting who you are. You're living it. You're expressing it. You're becoming it. Your discipline wasn't a lie because you're weak. Your motivation didn't fade because you're lazy. It was a lie because you were solving the wrong problem. You were trying to motivate someone into being disciplined instead of becoming someone for whom the right action is identity aligned. You were fighting the wrong battle. Now you know the real mechanism. Now you know what actually works. Now you understand. And understand this. You've been fighting yourself your entire life. Every time you tried to use discipline to force yourself into changing. Every time you waited for motivation to inspire you. You were working against your own neurology, against your own identity system. The problem was never you. The problem was the model, the framework, the mental model you were using to understand how change actually works. You had the wrong map. And when you use the wrong map, you can walk forever and never reach your destination. So here's my question for you. What are you going to do about it? Not tomorrow. Not when you feel ready. Not when the conditions are perfect. Right now. Today. This moment. This is your moment of truth. The moment everything changes. The moment you stop being who you were. Decide who you are. Just decide right now. And then prove it to yourself. That's it. That's the whole game. That's everything. The rest will follow. Everything follows from that decision. Everything flows from identity. So who are you going to become?